Hey everyone, this is Skipper Mark. This is going to be a real quick video on how to change the oil and prepare your Champion generator for storage if you're not going to use it for a while. This is a model 100496. It's a gasoline generator that we picked up a few days ago when Tropical Storm Isaias came through town and knocked power out. So if you're not going to use it for a while, you want to change the oil. We're using 5W30 synthetic. Synthetic oil is okay to use, but you can only use it after the initial break-in period, which is 5 hours according to the manual. So you have to use conventional oil for the break-in, which they give you with the machine, and then after the 5 hours you can switch to synthetic. So what you do is you change the oil. It takes 1.2 quarts, and then you put 1 ounce of oil into the spark plug hole. That coats the cylinder so that it doesn't rust. One thing we did was we put fuel stabilizer into the tank. I don't actually want to have any gas in the tank when we store it, so I let it run dry, but I did put the fuel stabilizer in because I don't know if it really makes a difference, but in my mind it can't hurt. So I actually decided to make this video after we drain the oil, but we're just going to give you a quick walkthrough here of how it works. What you need is, it's very simple. You just need a 12mm socket. We use an extension just because it makes it easier to get in and out, and then a basic ratchet. So the nut or bolt that you want to take out is down here. They recommend changing the oil when it's hot, so be careful because that bolt gets really hot. So you just loosen it up, you unscrew it. Now it's already cool for us, the bolt, because we drained the oil a couple minutes ago, but it's going to be hot, so have someplace nearby that you can set it. So a little more oil's dripping out. One thing you can also do to make it flow faster is unscrew the level indicator, and that's also where you fill the oil, so that allows the air to flow better and to fully drain out. So we just used a plastic bucket underneath. I put a little wood on it underneath because we're doing it on our back porch, and our porch slopes a little bit to allow rain to run off, so we just put the wood under there to level it. Once it's drained, just take the oil out, away, or put the bolt in first, whatever you want. This is Matt that's doing the oil change, the guy that's in most of my main videos working on his cars. The manual doesn't give a tech spec of what to torque it at, so you just want to make it tight, but not so tight that you're going to strip it. Kind of just have to be careful and go by feel. The oil's going to be hot when you move it, so just be careful not to spill it on yourself or somebody else, a pet. So this is the oil. We just got O'Reilly's full synthetic 5W30. Again, this is okay to use after the initial 5-hour break-in period, but do not use it during the break-in period. We keep the funnel in a plastic bag so that it doesn't get dust in it. It takes 1.2 quarts to fill it, so we'll put 1 quart in and then we'll put the rest in, but check it as we do it. Worst thing you can do is overfill the oil. There's actually 2 ways you can check the oil. You can check it with the dipstick, or you can just look inside the drain hole, and in the manual they show you where the level should go. There's a couple, where it threads in. You can actually just check the oil by having it go a certain distance up those threads, and you'll see that in your manual. One thing the manual says, when you check the oil with the dipstick, don't screw it in, just press it in there. Don't tighten it at all. So you just kind of, stick it in there till it stops. Check the oil. Kind of hard to see because it's so clean. But it looks like it's maybe a 1/4 inch from maximum level. So I'd say we're good. We're way above minimum level. So you can't really see it, unfortunately, but there is oil in there, and you can see it's up just to where the manual says it should be. The next step is to take out the spark plug, and you want to put a little bit of oil into the cylinder. You do that by pulling off the rubber, boot, I guess you call it, that holds the spark plug in place, and then you take out the spark plug. They recommend for this unit 1 ounce of oil, which is not very much. Looks like it's going to be tricky to get in there, but you put in the oil and crank the engine a couple times by pulling it so it can fully lubricate the cylinder walls. They also recommend that you gap the spark plug. They give you specs on that, but we don't have a spark plug gapper here, so we're not going to do that. For the spark plug, you want a 13/16 socket. Now we're going to take out the spark plug. Definitely you need an extension for that because it's pretty long. Okay. So the spark plug looks actually really good. It's clean. It's an LG. You can also use an NGK. The book tells you what ones to use. It's kind of awkward to get this in here. It's really a tight spot. Alright, so the oil's all in the cylinder, and now we're just going to carefully pull the engine a couple times. It's not making any sound, but that's okay. That motion is moving the cylinder up and down. Alright, so that moved the cylinder up and down a couple times, and it's got it all hopefully lubricated. And now we're going to put the spark plug back in, reattach the rubber boot, and then we'll be good to go for storage. You don't need to tighten the spark plug a whole lot. Kind of just, it's just snug. You can kind of feel it until the rubber boot just snaps on. And it's done. Ready to go for next major storm. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video.